So, how'd that demotion go? It didn't. We decided to give the guy a second chance. He's got 1 week to prove it. And really the reason being is we went over all the things that we felt were problematic. And, he had an explanation for all of them. And he said that he'd fix them. And it really wasn't fair for us to just go from no warning to demotion. So, we went through the process of like talking through all of it, everything else like that. And then Brad and I actually left the room and we gave him a few minutes to think. And then we also talked about like, does the guy deserve a week to prove it? Or do we just go with a demotion? So we decided the guy had a week to prove it, which, is good. We want everyone to succeed. So that's what we hope for all the time. We want all of our guys to succeed, and we want everyone to get the best possible results ever. Gosh, what a cute dog. Sorry, I love this puppy right here. Hi. Yeah, so anyways, that's fantastic. And so we learned from that. We learned that we might actually go through that more often because, you really don't know what people bring to the table until you work with them for a little bit. So we'll offer people an hourly rate or a salary based on what they say they can bring to the table. And then after like a month, we have a pretty good idea of what they can actually bring to the table. Therefore, we'll talk to them. We'll say, this is either working or it's not. And we'll either say, you deserve exactly what you're getting, or we're going to need to demote you. Or, by demoting, it doesn't even mean that. It just means we need to pay you what you're worth and what value you're bringing to the table. So it's not a demotion as much as it's just like we're finding the right fit. And it's either we find the right fit for the right hourly wage, or you're just not a good fit for our company at all. And we don't want that. So yeah, today I actually spent a lot of time doing irrigation. Little thing I learned today, which was interesting and fun, was if you feel like a rattling in the ground, so the irrigation that I was working on, it was vibrating under the earth. And there were a couple zones that didn't work properly. So with that being the case, I didn't know what it was, so I called Kelly Irrigation and was trying to figure out like what could it be, and they're like, usually that means a root is impeding the line. So I found the spot, I dug down, and believe it or not, the roots were actually bending a couple of the zones, and it was bending the line to those zones. So what was happening is there was a crimp in the line, and then water wasn't flowing through all the way, and then it was also rattling underground. So it was nice to get that figured out. Also changed out a lot of broken heads. And this house has like 30 zones and like 200 heads, and a lot needed to happen. So that was also very good. It's very fun. I think I was there when we were doing trimming and doing a cleanup. And you guys might know me by now. I have like crazy high expectations. And I think it's a good thing. It's a bad thing. Both things are something, but I felt bad for the guys because they were ready to wrap up at, maybe 5. And then I walked through, there were 4 guys there. Then I walked through the site when they were trimming and doing stuff. I was like, well, did you forget to do this, and this? And you could see like they were kind of bummed about it. And then, they stayed there probably until 6. And I went back and I was finishing up irrigation around 7:30. And I had to send them a video again where it's like, you probably have a couple hours left of things to fix up and make look good. And it's just like, I don't know if it's just, you get to the end of the day and you're like, I'm ready to go. Like, it's the end of the day. I'm tired. I'm hungry. It's time to get gone. But yeah, I just wish we could make it. Like, I'd say all of our work is always like 90% there. And then it's like we just can't turn in the corner to be like 100% or even 95, 99%. We always just leave a little bit. Like today, our F-250 broke. So I was forced to go over to a job site, empty out that 250. And I emptied out that 250 because, well, it had to get towed. So just so you know, if you lose a starter goes out, you're not starting your truck. Shocking. So our starter went out, the truck no longer works. So we had to have a flatbed come pick it up, take it away, get it fixed. But anyways, when I was there, I had to check on a job. And this job was a little bit of sod. It was a little bit of mulching. It was plastic edging. And the thing is, it was 95% perfect. Like the mulch was perfect. The edging looked great. The sod install was great. But the thing that just didn't quite do it was I had to go and pick up 4 handfuls, like bigger handfuls of mulch around the outside of the edges of the bed that had just fallen out because we just weren't quite paying attention. And I just think to myself, like, the customer could be amazingly happy with the result. But when they're going around and they're mowing for the first time and there's all this mulch around the edges of the beds that they have to pick up, that just hurts the experience a little bit. So we're working on that. We're working on those, just cleaning up and being done with a project and making sure it looks so perfect. So yeah, that's what happened today. It's exciting. I hope that truck isn't too expensive because, it's that time of the month. So we're trying to figure out how to pay for everything again. So yeah, but one more thing. So we hired 2 guys over the last 10 days, and those 2 guys have already quit. One guy quit because he ended up getting too many job interviews for IT, which is what he wants to do, and we were okay with that. And the second guy quit today because he said, landscaping is harder than I thought. Okay, I guess that's a reason. So yeah, so pretty cool stuff. That's my update. I hope you guys are having a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next daily entrepreneurial update.